just walked out to Beyonce's latest single, Texas Hold'em, which made her the first black female artist to reach the top of the Billboard's Hot Country Songs chart. Yesterday, she revealed that the album cover, so folks could see it's called Cowboy Carter. She showed it in social media posts where she shared how the record was initially inspired by a past experience where she didn't feel like welcomed by the country music community. So I guess, you know, the best way to combat that is to put out a record that tops the chart.
Yeah.
And then people have to figure out what their problem is. Because
the best revenge is success.
Well, you know, or to do what you love doing. Why should the fact that other people don't necessarily appreciate you stop you from singing the music you want to sing?
Did they stop her for her politics or something?
I don't know what it was, but you know, you have to hear the music to decide you don't like it.
You don't own the genre, so who decides what music fits? So one thing you may not know here is when I was younger, I was a part-time country music DJ in my hometown. So I come to the table as an expert. No, but I had grown up on all country. The best radio stations growing up in the Midwest, they're all country. So I'd only ever listened. I'd listened to the things my parents listened to, Willie Nelson and even Johnny Cash, if you want to, I guess that's country too, right?
Yes.
All the different places. I had never looked at the history of country music. I'd just grown up on it. Looking into it, I saw some of the most beautiful things. A country music artist, John McEwen, said in regard to country, it was music of the country. It was a combination of the Irish, the recently freed slaves, bringing the banjo into the world, the Spanish effects of the vaqueros down in Texas, the Germans bringing over the oompa of polka music, all converging into one. And so it was like the melting pot of what this country always was, which was immigrants and people coming in. And that is not to slight the Native Americans, by the way. Every time I say that, I know there were natives here as well. But I think she owned this moment with success, as you just said. This has been topping the Billboard charts. And she said it's not a country album, it's a Beyonce album. And I would argue that is the most valuable currency is a Beyonce album. So I loved it. I just had no idea what a hodgepodge it was.
And not only is it a hodgepodge, I mean, if you think about it, black artists have been performing country music since the 1920s, and that Billboard Music Award thing, the list, started in 1944. So it took 80 years for a black woman to top the charts. And it just goes to show you, when you look at American history, which is also black history, which Whoopi often says, you know, the industry, music industry, tried to label white folk music as hillbilly country music, but black country music as race records. That is the very history of the country. And I think, to your question, Joy, the reason, what they're saying is she had an experience in 2016 when she performed with the Dixie Chicks at the Country Music Awards. They're called the Chicks now, not the Dixie Chicks. And she said that she received a lot of backlash.
Well, they got in trouble because they spoke out against George Bush
and
and the Iraq War.
They did, and then they said that she was speaking out about police reform. And so I looked back at some of the texts, you know, the tweets that she was getting, and they said that she was un-American and didn't deserve to perform country music. So I think what she's doing is she's reclaiming the genre for the African American community. And I can tell you,
I don't see what would be more American than the First Amendment.
Doesn't need to reclaim it because black artists have been singing country music forever, and we have a plethora of black country music artists.
But are we recognized for it?
Yeah, I do believe we are recognized for it. First of all, we have to recognize that we're part of country music, which is something we.
Looking at Beyoncé, his new song, we say that it was a country music, and it is going, this particular music, she's the first black to be at the top, at the bottom. It has never happened since after 80 years of country music coming into existence. So the women in the view always have, they give their own version. They say Beyoncé, according to her, tried country music before, and they told her that that space don't belongs to her. But she went, they say the best way to prove yourself to be better is to become successful. She dedicated her time and made her more successful. She came out with another better record. The record now is more better. It's more better than the other ones. And she's winning an award for that. So according to the women in the view, no one has any space. musician, according to Oprah, artists will give you what they have passed through, what is in their heart, what is in their mind. They just bring it out. Artists bring out what is in them. They don't bring out what you want. It might affect you. You might like it, but it's something that they are passing through that they'll bring it out. So you might be the one that it like you're affectionate to it. Then that's a good thing, but you cannot be telling an artist what to do, what not to do. You cannot tell someone that they don't belong to this space, they belong to this space. No one had it all. So according to the women in the video, Whoopi said that those people that were telling her that she's not good enough, this space is not her space. Where are the people? What are they even doing now? Can they even do it? All they were just making is just to give her that mouth, just to bad mouth her. But they cannot even do anything compared to what Beyoncé will do. According to the women in the video, they went ahead and said Beyoncé have lived in Texas. Obviously, she has witnessed the countryside. Her mom always take her to country music since as a child. So obviously, country music is not something new for her. So why will the people be even doing that? Sometimes the women in the review say that sometimes people don't know where you're coming from, your story, but they want to see what is happening. Behind every glory, there's a story. Sometimes people see your glory, they don't know your story. So obviously, she's not just coming from anywhere. She got that background of the country music. That's what she has always listened to, and this is a very good one. And they say that according to Sarah, she grew up in the countryside. She used to be a DJ in the countryside restaurant. Obviously, all she listened, it was what the parents were listening to, the countryside music. She's familiar with country music, and she just wanted to say that everyone have to learn from this Beyonce's case. That at times when you see people performing what they are performing, it's just to encourage them, not only in music, in anything in life, just to encourage people, because most at times people who are not very self-motivated, they don't have that self-confidence. When you discourage them that they cannot do it, then they will go and just sit behind and their dream will lose. But only few people like Beyoncé who are pushed for, who knows what they want, who don't listen to the crowd, they listen to themselves. Then she went ahead and pushed it. So that's where she is now. So obviously, what do you think? Do you think that people should have opinion on what you're doing because you want to satisfy the public? Let me see your own opinion about this whole scenario, your own point of view. Thank you very much for watching. If you are not subscribed, please help subscribe and help share the video. God bless you.